So actually, my brother gave me the idea of this story time, which actually was a really good idea because this is actually a pretty crazy story and funny one slash almost died one. So let's just jump right into it. So basically, school was canceled because there was a snow day. And by the way, I lived back in Nebraska at this time. Anyways, there was a snow day and we all got to stay home, and I was like, how about we go outside and sled and snowboard, you know? And in my backyard there was like a huge drop down, like we had a huge yard, but there was like a huge like slope that went down, and at the very bottom was a creek, and there was fencing in our yard, but we used to go to our neighbor's yard and just go straight down there. I went a few times down the hill and it was pretty fun, and then this time I was like, yo, I want to get some speed. And my brother was like, okay, bet. So I was like, okay. So basically, I ran all the way back to like the front of the yard, and I started sprinting, like full on sprinting. And then when I got to the hill, I leaped into the air and flew, like basically was like a jet that just took off of those boats that the Navy uses in the middle of the ocean. And yeah, I went so fast down the hill. And remember, there was a creek at the bottom of the hill, and I couldn't slow down. I literally couldn't slow down. I was going so dang fast. And by the way, I was on my sled, and I was going really, really fast. And basically, I flew off the side of the creek, and it was a good 12 feet deep, like down. It was a huge ditch, and there was rocks, like boulders and ice down there from the water and stuff. And basically, I smashed into the rocks. And luckily, when I flew off the thing, I gripped both the handles and pushed my arms out, so when I hit it wouldn't hurt as bad. But I hit the ground on boulders and my head just smashed against the freaking sled. I'm lucky my head wasn't all the way off the sled, so I hit my head on the rocks or anything. I got lucky about that. So yeah, after that I was like, oh, I just gotta lay down here for a second. I wasn't crying or anything, because back then if I got really hurt I wouldn't cry. I would just lay down and take a knee and just wait a second for myself to heal up and get my strength back. So yeah, after that happened, I got out of there, and my brother was actually trying to help me. He didn't want to climb down because it was kind of steep and slippery, but he got like this huge tree branch and he was trying to pull me up with it, and I was like, nah, I don't need it, and I just climbed up myself. But props to him, he actually tried to help me up. But anyways, I got up and I wanted to tell my mom the crazy thing that happened. And of course she was working, being the mom she usually is, working, and she was doing some kind of paper or something, and I went up to her and I was talking to her like, oh my gosh, mom, I did this. And she's like, uh-huh, yeah. I was like, I fell into the creek, I was going so fast, you know. And she was like, uh-huh. And then she was like, wait, what? And then she like looked at my face and she was like, oh, you're fine, don't worry about it. But my face wasn't like cut up or anything because I hit the sled. It was just mostly bruised and like beat up. So yeah, that's basically what happened. It was pretty crazy. I somehow survived flying off pretty much a cliff that was 12 feet deep and landing on boulders and somehow surviving and not dying, which is very lucky in my opinion. Somehow I didn't die, but maybe it wasn't at all close to death. But if I actually hit my head on a rock going down there, I probably would have died or gotten really bad concussion. So anyways, that's the end of my story. Hope you enjoyed. The lesson is, if you really want to go fast on a sled downhill or something, please make sure there's nothing like a ditch or like something in the way down there, because you could easily get hurt or banged up or something bad could happen. Luckily I survived, but that was because of luck. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.